Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. It has been a minute, I am aware. So sorry for the delay. There's a lot that happened, but also not a lot that happened. Like literally that kind of led to this like break basically. I'm back home for the weekend with Janet. Hello. And we are at my sister's high school play. It's her senior night. We're supporting the arts, Janet's favorite thing to do. And this is a play about Girl Scouts and how one Girl Scout nearly destroyed the world's economy. What are your thoughts so far? We're in an intermission and we have 5 minutes.
We absolutely love Beatrice. We're rooting for her.
It does involve you. Whew. Unfortunately, some of the payments for Girl Scout cookies, like these for $4,000, were written with bad checks.
It is almost 5 a.m. if you couldn't tell. I'm at LAX catching an early flight. I'm on my way to Minnesota, a state I've never been to, and this is actually one of the first times that I'll be like going somewhere. I almost just said this will be one of the first times that I'll be going somewhere I've never been. Wait, that kind of does make sense though, because like I've never been. I am going on a work trip, so it'll be like the quickest trip known to man, which is perfect. Because what even is there to see in Minnesota? Also, I just realized my hat was like all crooked. Yeah, this is the fit. Very basic. It's supposed to be freezing cold when we got there, but I had to really bring out my winter clothes, which is funny because most of my winter clothes are actually back in Oregon. Like my puffer jackets and layers. Like when I'm in LA, like why do I need cold weather outfits for what when it's like 50 degrees? Like that doesn't make sense. So this is the best I got. And then I just have like my beanie because if it's gonna be that cold. Also this sweatshirt like doesn't even have a hood, so I figured I'd wear a hat for comfort and for stylish reasons because I didn't want to have to do my hair this early. And then I'm literally just wearing my Lulu sweats as per usual. Enjoy the rest of my trip to Minneapolis.
I made it to Minnesota. That flight was crazy. I was like falling asleep and then I was waking up and I was falling asleep and I was waking up. It was only like 3 hours. I sat next to a small child who was just sprawled out on her seat. I can't wait over to get here, and then I'm gonna go to my hotel, and then I'm gonna figure out what to do with my life. I found the observation deck. Okay, so there's like this observation deck that goes like around the whole building. This is part of the hotel that I'm staying at. Super sick view. I'm like scared to put my phone out. Okay, I'm gonna walk around, take some clips, and then I'll insert them here. This is the 30th floor of the hotel, and it's kind of on par with some of the taller buildings around here. I got too freaked out like standing close to the edge and having my phone in my hand because then the wind started blowing and I was like, oh my god, my phone's gonna fly out of my hand. But it is so cold. I think I'm actually gonna change into another coat to go where we're going next, but oh my gosh, this is so crazy. Why am I in Minnesota? This is so cool. I'm shook. I tried to film this like 5 times. Ugh, I really sound like a real YouTuber now. I think it has been like 2 weeks since I last posted, and the last video that I posted was about my time spent with Ramon and going to the Oscars live with Kelly and Mark after show. I think the week after that I just knew that there was a lot happening that I wasn't even going to be able to document to begin with. So I was like, well, I don't want to talk about it and then I'll be able to show it. And then I went home, I think the weekend after that, and then I went to like my sister's high school play, and they were like, no filming allowed, but I got some clips. My weeks have just been so packed work-wise. Like basically, I feel like my videos had gotten to a point where everything that I was filming, and even when I was sitting down to edit, I was cutting out so many, I'm so tired, I'm so tired, I'm so tired. And I was like, okay, who wants to see this? Like, I don't, so why would I post it? So I consciously was just like, okay, gonna take this 1 week off. I don't have anything that I can shoot really. I'm too busy to plan anything outside of this to even shoot. So yeah, for the longest time I was like, okay, I'm gonna sit down and I'm just gonna make like a quick life updates video. So fast forward as to why I'm coming to you from a completely different state. I am currently in Minnesota for work. I'm here for an event that is happening tomorrow at the Mall of America, and I'm really excited. I got looped into this process sometime within the last week or 2, and that's when I found out that I was coming. Again, there's just been a lot happening that I was like, I'm just gonna end up having to like catch everyone up on my life when I'm in Minnesota. So that's where we are. Morning, it is Saturday, currently 6:30 Central Time, which means it's 4:30 Pacific Time. It is the day of our event. I'm just gonna go with my usual shirt jacket, and just some Abercrombie pants. Like, these are my go-to jeans. I feel like I literally just wore this outfit, so don't judge me. I'm starting to get hungry. Why am I hungry right now? Like, my stomach shouldn't be open for another few hours. Well, all the stores at the mall will open until 10, so I'm gonna have to wait a few hours. It's just gonna be a weird day, so I'm just gonna like check in and see how everything unfolds. I'll let you know where I'm at in different parts of the day, but I gotta call my Uber, head over. So I'll see you there. On my lunch break, I'm fascinated by the lack of seating in this mall. I had to walk quite a ways away from where I got my smoothie and my hot dog just to even find a place to sit. Like, I legit almost sat next to the trash cans and just ate my lunch. I'm so hungry and tired. The Midwest is not a real place, I'm convinced, because not me having an Orange Julius strawberry banana smoothie and an Orange Julius chili cheese dog. Now, someone might correct me and say that we do have technically Orange Julius back in Oregon, but I don't recall it being this good. Honestly, I think just being in the Midwest adds a little bit of flavor, not gonna lie. Literally, these events, like, I get why they're so exhausting, because they require another level of social battery. Like, social anxiety is scared of the people that work these events, because I think we have like up to 1,000 people coming through today. It's just a lot. some ways, this mall is kind of giving. There's a mall in Oregon that I want to compare it to. Maybe it's Washington Square. I was talking to my friends, the security guards, and they said that there's approximately 500 stores. There's new ones popping up all the time. And then to go around the whole mall is like about a mile because they get a lot of mall walkers here. They open the mall to the public at 7 a.m. even though all the stores don't open till 10. And people just walk the mall. It is so big. I'm scared to turn a different way every time because I feel like I'm not going to remember how to get back to the event. But yeah, just gonna go back in. I think we have a few more hours to go. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Hey guys, I'm back at the hotel after the event. I don't even know what time it is. I like can barely remember that it's Saturday, right? Yeah. We came back to the hotel for a little refresh. Low key, just what I needed. The event ended, it went really well. We had a lot of really eager fans come out. Super fans for sure. They got to meet a lot of our players and they got to play some challenges. Just a really great turnout, really great event. I think everyone's just like exhausted. The funniest thing did happen though at the end. Again, this just shows how tired we are. We called our Uber to go back to the hotel. We got in. Again, we had like asked the person who ordered the Uber, being like, oh, what kind of car is it? And they were like, oh, it's a Toyota Highlander, whatever that is. And we are like waiting outside of the mall and we go into the Toyota Highlander. We're driving and then we noticed we're like kind of going a funky way. Well, then we asked, we're like, oh wait, this Uber is for David, right? And he's like, Carla? We're like, who's Carla? So we got in completely wrong Uber. I'm dying, but it's okay because we eventually like turned back around, got in the right Uber, came back and made it here in one piece. Full fit. I'm wearing a t-shirt because we're gonna go to a bar to go watch the March Madness games. I'm wearing black jeans, basically the same pants that I wore in the early outfit. I literally just changed shirts and then I'm gonna put on like my puffer coat because it's gonna be cold. So yeah. Oh my god, did you hear that? On that now, I'm gonna head out.
Oh, come on, dog.
Don't get fancy, just go make the shot!
Just got back from dinner and it was very fun. We also watched some of the BYU versus Wisconsin March Madness game, which was kind of a nail biter in the end. But good news for me in my bracket because I do have BYU advancing and hopefully actually losing to Alabama tomorrow. But we'll see how accurate that ends up being. I'm gonna pack all my things up and get ready for bed. So I'll probably see you guys at the airport next.
Made it to the airport, had the nicest Uber driver. He literally like reminded me of my dad because he was just making conversation. Oh, forgot to mention he was Latinx. And yeah, he just is like the nicest man. We were talking, he originally moved here from LA, so we were like talking about the differences between here and LA. I basically found out his whole life story. It was like a 25-minute Uber. Really, really great way to start the day. And I just wish him the best, truly. So I made it to my gate with like 10 minutes to spare for boarding to start. Not like I had to be there at the start. I never know with boarding because I swear I'll be like, oh, I have time, and I'll come back 5 minutes later and it's like, oh, it's your zone. I'm like, I'm the last boarding zone, like not in this case, but most times I'm like, I'm the last boarding zone. Like, what do you mean it's already time to board? You guys just started. So I don't know. Sometimes it goes by fast, sometimes it goes by slow, but I'd rather be here earlier than later. Who wants to miss a flight? I don't. Willingly? Never. Also, before anyone asks why I don't have pre-check, why I don't have clear, personally, I just don't feel like I travel through big enough airports to warrant not being able to wait in line I don't know. Like, I don't mind the whole process. Low-key, it's kind of nostalgic for me. Like, kind of waiting. It's kind of a rush. Waiting in line. Seeing if they're going to yell at me for my shoes or my coat today. Whether I need to take out my laptop or not. No, like, at this point, I fear I'm doing it for the love of the game. Like, it's a different experience every time. Honestly, I hope the Delta worker who changed my seat from the back of the plane to the middle of the plane and gave me a window seat, I hope they have the day they deserve, and in a good way. Oh my god, that sounds like a threat. Getting a window seat so I can sleep is like exactly what I needed after this crazy 72-hour trip. Alright, I'm gonna settle in, probably knock out, and I'll see you when I land in LA.
Hey vlog, it's me again. Still the same day, by the way. It's still Sunday, and I say still because I spent half of it already getting back to LA, and then I got an Uber home, unpacked, made some breakfast, and came to Mass, thankfully. So that was kind of my goal. Even with my flight, I like wanted to make sure that I was back in time for Mass, and also just to like have as much of a day left as possible, as opposed to just getting back late and then just like starting work tomorrow, because it would just be a lot. But I do have some things that I need to get done today. First and foremost, it has been a minute, but we are going to the car wash because you'll see in the next vlog, but my sisters and Janet are coming to visit me in LA this week, and there's no way I'm letting anyone in this car in the state that it's in. So let's start with the car wash. I knew it was going to be hot in LA today, but I was not prepared for 77-degree hot. Like, I feel so overstimulated. It's so hot. I'm in jeans and a shirt, and I would much rather be in like shorts and a tank top. I'm just going to come to Trader Joe's, pick up a few things here and there. It's not going to be like a big haul because, again, I have my sisters visiting me this week. Just going to get like a few things to hold me over for the next 2 days. It's a quick trip. Wish me luck. I'm in my car post my Trader Joe's stop, so I thought I'd do a mini haul while I'm here. This is my mini tote. I went into Trader Joe's literally being like, oh, I'm not gonna get much. I like could barely remember anything that I wanted to get, and of course I take my smallest tote and then fill it up. These are just some things I haven't tried and some things I have tried. For starters, I got the chicken shumai with soy sauce. There was a pork shumai option, but it didn't come with the soy sauce, and low-key I was like, okay, what's the difference? If one comes with soy sauce, that might be a better deal. I don't know. I do plan to eat this either tonight or tomorrow, not on a Friday, because Lent, always a hit. No notes. There was this one time, like, the head of our department literally brought this in for lunch. It was that good. I was like, what are you doing eating Trader Joe's chicken tikka masala? Like, this to me is a struggle meal sometimes when I'm like, I have nothing in my fridge. The least that I could do is go to Trader Joe's and get myself a chicken tikka masala. So good. Could not recommend enough. I usually have one of these at any given time in my fridge, so had to restock because I'm out. I got a jar of almond butter again because I'm out. I like to have this with my waffles. I do almond butter and then like syrup, or if I have toast, almond butter and honey. Love this. Next up, I have this unsweetened almond, cashew, and macadamia nut beverage. So at work, I'm so used to putting almond milk in my coffee because that's usually the only creamer that we have. I got it and low-key became obsessed. I started not only putting this in my coffee, but I kind of just started drinking it by the cup, which sounds gross, but it literally says, pour over cereal, use for baking, add to smoothies, drink by the glassful, ... So yeah, I definitely did that. But that's because I paired it with the Way More chocolate chips cookies. I discovered these when I was working the Grammys. They had this in like the green room like snack area. My friend and I like consistently would go back. Oh, I got one that's like kind of has a lot of broken pieces. Lame. My friend and I would consistently like go back to the production office just to like stock up on these cookies because we were so hungry. And this was like the only thing that we'd eat. So I would pair this with this. This is like my ideal like sweet treat. Last but not least, my usual organic mixed berry blend. I do yogurt bowls. I put these in a bowl with some yogurt and granola and honey, and I eat it in the middle of the day. Again, just like a more protein, fiber snack, whatever they say you should have more of these days. Because at this point, I don't even know what to consume. At first it was protein, now it's fiber, and I don't know. So that is my Trader Joe's, or as I call it, TJ's haul. I'm gonna head inside and I'll see you guys there.
So as if I haven't spent enough of my weekend in a mall already, I'm back at the mall. It feels like a fever dream. But the power went out at my apartment and there was a car crash near the intersection. Like, the whole block is out basically. I decided, you know what, I have to make a return at the mall anyways, so might as well go check it out. So I came to H&M. Mind you, there was nobody in line. I go up to the register and I'm like, hey, I'm here to return these items. Like, oh great, do you have the receipt? Yes, I have to pull up in the app because I lost a paper copy. And then he's like, okay, I just need to verify that the card matches the purchase that was made. And I was like, oh yeah, sure thing. So I pull out my card and he's like, oh, there's a different number listed on the receipt. And I was like, what? And then after that I was like, oh my god, I literally just got a new debit card this month, like 2 weeks ago. And I was like, shoot, I was trying to remember, did I buy this with the other debit card? And so then I started panicking because I was like, great, I don't carry my expired debit card with me, nor did I even think about bringing it with me to make this return, because it's like never happens. I look at the receipt for the last 4 digits of the card. It's not even the card that was expired. It's not even the card that I use. I don't have a card that ends in those numbers. So I'm like, what the heck? Why would the system read the card like 1 digit different? And then he was like, oh, did you use Apple Pay? And I was like, shoot, did I? And I was like, I think so. And then he was like, okay, you need to go into your wallet and like look at your past transactions. And I'm like, I don't know how to do that. So he had to like walk me through like step by step. And we go into the app, we find the additional ones, and problem solved. We figured out that apparently Apple Pay changes the last 4 digits, or like picks a different number for the last 4 digits of your card when you use it to like mask it not being your real card. I don't know, it's like a security thing. So annoying. And then, mind you, by the time that like we were trying to figure this stuff out, a line had formed behind me to the point where some random lady literally pulled the manager aside and was like, can we get another cashier up here? I was like, lady, I'm almost done, like relax. Oh my god, so embarrassing. So the mall actually closes in an hour, and according to the LA website, they should be restoring my power by the time that the mall closes. I'm so over it. But I'm gonna try to go get boba right now. It's just like a treat myself type of thing. Let's go do that. Okay, so as my luck would have it, they're out of boba because they're about to close. I'm just gonna spend the last hour walking around and shopping. We'll see what I find. All right, guys, I'm back in my car. Failed mall trip. Successful in the sense that I made the return that I needed to make. I just didn't find anything else that I wanted to get. And I ended up just perusing Sephora. Did like a little walk around. In the end, I cannot believe I willingly came to the mall again. Like, I didn't even walk around the Mall of America as much as I did this mall, and I'm out-mauled. I can't. That being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!